Yeah, I take your convenience out. She wins.
Sometimes I don't go to McDonald's for a McFlurry because their machine's broken.
I don't even go there anyway.
It's not consistent. I'm sorry. I saw you look at me. I was like,
don't you say that word more. Keep that C word out your mother.
but no, I love that.
Restaurant Punk, what's up?
Restaurant Punk, what's up?
Restaurant Punk.
Restaurant Punk.
What's up? Yuck. That's a word in Turkish. Google it. Yuck.
Don't Google it.
How is everybody? Great. Fantastic.
I am very
Happy to be here.
We're almost there.
We are almost there.
Blessed and stressed.
It's close.
Yeah.
It's close.
All right. So Peter said he has a topic for today.
Go ahead, Pete. Let's hear your topic.
I feel like we have enough restaurant experience now between all of us to answer this.
Oh, no.
And I have a feeling our answers are going to be different. Well, some of the same, some different. But
Write them down.
out of all the restaurants we've worked at, all the restaurants we own currently, businesses, whatnot, what are the 5 reasons customers come back?
George. Food. Ooh, that's fantastic. I have. Okay, seriously. Go ahead. You go start.
I'm going to say atmosphere.
Oh, God. We're not.
I know we're going food service atmosphere, but those.
No.
Service. No, realistically, I think it comes down to.
Well, obviously, food service atmosphere is probably on everybody's.
That's everybody's thing.
But what are the other 2 reasons then?
I want to say, so one thing that obviously we're really big on at Petunia is it's one thing to have good service, right? Like, obviously everybody wants good service, but I think one thing that keeps our people coming back is just the overall connection. It's not just good service. It's not just refilling waters every 7 minutes, making sure you have all the little tchotchkes you need at the table for your meal.
Tchotchkes?
Yeah.
Tchotchkes.
Tchotchkes. Like a twirling spoon for your pasta, or Parmesan and red pepper flakes,
Or a
a
demi-tasse
steak
spoon
knife.
with your coffee, or
Yeah.
sugar cubes
All right,
instead
let's
of
talk about
packets.
another restaurant, guys. Let's talk about Petunia.
I'm just saying, I think that there's a difference when you actually make a connection with the table to where they're coming back for that specific server or for that just overall connection because they feel special. They feel like they're a part of the family there. And it's more than just, oh, okay, you're another table getting good service. It's a little bit more personal. So I would say connection.
But I say us. I say owner. Us owners are everyone, but the Cara owners.
Well, that's what I was going to say. That was going to be one of my 2s.
We're because we're there.
Being there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People
we are
like
there.
knowing the owners of the
They love you,
restaurant,
Pete.
especially when you come in. They're like, "Hey, Pete," I'm like, "Hey, Jeff, how are you today? Nice to see you." Oh,
Who's
hi,
Jeff?
Okay,
Rebecca.
real quick. It's very slim when Peter actually remembers anybody's names.
Pete remembers
remembers
his-
faces, but names.
Never know
I'll
names.
remember what they ordered. I'll remember the car they drive off in. But if their name's Bob or
Steve.
if their
Barry.
name is Bill Gates, not really Bill Gates, but like Bill Gates or like a Tom Cruise, I'll still forget their name. It
about
doesn't
Barack?
matter what their name
Barack's
is.
a
Doesn't
fun
matter.
name.
Barack, I'll remember when he repeats it a second time. I'm like, yes, it was Barack. Nico put me on the spot once with a customer and he's like, you know people's names. What's this customer's name? And I'm like,
No idea.
no clue. And I felt so horrible. But I feel like I talked about this on another
Yeah.
Restaurant Punk while ago.
But
But
it's
knowing
us.
the owners.
Yeah.
I think knowing
it's
the owners are huge.
Us are the
Because
biggest.
again, I think that's something that makes people feel special. They have a different kind of connection with the inside.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of our restaurants that we have, the owner works the restaurant nonstop.
Yeah.
Except for Matt Smith.
Yeah, math never worked.
Just
You,
kidding.
Matt.
I feel like another thing is, I don't know, it might just be me, but let's say my favorite, I don't know, Asian restaurant is like a 25-minute drive away. But my third favorite one is a 5-minute walk away. Convenience goes a long time, and it goes a long way. And that's something you can't change. But for me,
Convenience? You're thinking
convenience.
really?
Sometimes I do, yeah, because sometimes I don't want to drive 25 minutes away to a place.
But then is it actually?
That's left field for me because I'm the
was
kind
not
of
ready for that.
person.
Because if it's convenience, if it's say it's your I have one Chinese restaurant that I love.
Yeah.
And
What restaurant?
it's in Wildwood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's
I know
the
which
name?
one it is.
It's my favorite Chinese restaurant, but we never go there because
It's in Wildwood.
Jenny likes oh, let's get the easy stuff. I'm like, God, this is so.
Well-
and the food's terrible. But if I had the time, I would go there and I'd eat it.
Well, here's the thing, too. I found my personal new favorite Chinese restaurant a month ago because of Noelle. And she's like, I love this place. And it's 15 minutes
Yeah.
away.
North.
Yeah. And it is
Shout out to Fies.
so good. I will drive there for it, but the place in Wildwood is 15 minutes from me as well. I will never go to it because for some reason I don't feel like going into Wildwood because I got to go over a bridge. I got to hit lights. I got to hit this. It feels like more work. When the other one, I make 1-2 turns and I just drive for 10 minutes and I'm there.
I just the convenience.
I don't know.
That's just like that was a curveball for me.
It is convenience.
So are we saying that our restaurants are convenient for some of the people?
Well, there's a reason we opened up 5 of the one restaurant,
Yes.
right? Or we could have just left it at 2 and say drive or drive.
Let's take the 5. Let's take the George's Place out of the way. Let's take them out of the way.
Okay.
Because that's a whole different story. Let's just
convenience. I'm going to include parking. Let's include that in convenience. Like, don't take convenience because it's just closer. You got to think of the parking for it. You got to think
now you're talking.
Yeah,
it's a little bit of everything. I mean, it's convenience as a whole. For me, convenience sometimes is distance. For other people, it's like, you know what? This place is only 6 minutes away.
Yes.
Will they have parking there? Or let's go to the place 10 minutes away that has a parking
Vintage and Brine are actually the only ones that have parking lots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you want to say convenient.
No, GP comments and GP
no,
Reps.
we're taking
the George's
Place off the list.
Oh.
Yeah, because that is a monster on its own. We're just talking about Petunia, Brine, Prohibition, Vintage,
Think of it. All right, let me ask you guys.
Ask us, Pete. Ask away.
July, Saturday night, 7:00. Do you want to go to a place on any of the short beach fronts?
Nope.
No, it's not convenient. But your favorite place is on one of the beach fronts.
I'll see you in September.
Exactly. It's convenience. I don't want to do that.
Say convenience one more time.
Convenience.
It's convenient.
Stop coming over here, all right?
Jackass.
I'm going to cut off the convenience real quick.
All right, what's next?
Consistency.
Consistency. I like that.
And that's...
Yeah, I take your convenience out. She wins.
Sometimes I don't go to McDonald's for a McFlurry because their machine's broken.
I don't even go there anyway.
It's not consistent. I'm sorry. I saw you look at me. I was like,
don't you say that word more. Keep that C word out your mother.
But no, I love that.
But consistency, like I like going to a place, and I think Yanni made fun of me for it one time of going to Chipotle.
Yanni makes fun of nobody, okay?
He makes fun of everybody. But going to Chipotle because I know that every single time I go, it's the exact same. It's the exact same recipe. It's the same rice. It's the same beans. It's the same chicken. It's the same lettuce. It's the same everything.
It's QSR.
It is QSR. But
Quick
when
service
you find,
restaurant.
Thank you for
Pete.
elaborating.
Thank you, Pete. I appreciate that.
But when you find a restaurant that is consistent every time you go, like if you have a favorite meal and you get it every time and there is not one thing that's missing a beat, like I will go back all the time because I'm a creature of habit, right? So like if I find one thing on a menu and I love it, I will not branch off other than that one thing that I love. It takes me a long time to finally be like, okay, let me try something else. Big creature of habit. But
see, I totally agree.
110. I wasn't ready for that one, Pete. Come on.
Well, I was gonna
He was
say
like, that was so convenient for saying that.
I was gonna say for like let's say George's Place, right? We build all the salads to order, but all the lettuce is the same, the tomatoes are the same, everything's
That's what I'm
the same.
saying. Like that's why
Everything's
George's
the
Place
same.
is a whole different monster. That's why.
Brine, Petunia, we do all the pastas to order. It's not exactly
they
the
make
same.
all the pastas.
We make all the pasta. All the pasta is the same, but we put together 8 ingredients every time one entree comes in to order.
Yeah.
It's never exactly the same, so it's harder to do that for some businesses. That's why QSR is easy because
it's the same exact.
cookie cutter.
it's cookie cutter. You put it together.
Yeah.
They might have a little more rice or a little less beans or whatever every time, but the flavor is consistent no matter what.
yeah, okay. So for that, like aside from QSR, like Fies, every time I go, bang up job. Bang up job. Like I know that if I go on a Tuesday or a Thursday, their hot and sour soup is going to be exactly the same.
You
and
gotta try
also
this
just
place.
like even the consistency of service, like there's nothing worse than like putting in a to-go order and like something's messed. Like when you want to go food, right? Like you are so lazy and desperate for something that you're craving. And then if there's one thing off, I spiral, guys.
You know what
so
blows
bad.
my mind?
I've had a wrapper in a blanket before and
You know
hold
what
her
blows my
10
mind?
minutes.
When someone calls a restaurant and say, "Can I have 2 scrambled eggs to go with toast?" Oh God. Mama. And I just want to I'm flipping fat and lazy, but I make myself some scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
Really?
I've never ordered I think I've never ordered like scrambled eggs to go or an omelet.
You
Can't
brought me an
stress this
omelet home
enough.
from George's one time, and I was like, an omelet to go?
I cannot eat old egg. When I say old eggs, I mean
Yeah, clearly.
20 minutes later.
Noelle's young, man. We know where you go, buddy. You like I'm young.
Goodbye.
And this is Noelle's last show with George ever.
Boom, boom, boom.
I can't do it.
No, I get that.
can't do it.
I get that.
But okay, you can also say at one of our, quick places around here that have breakfast sandwiches ready to go. Those eggs are the same thing. And for some reason, I can still get it over there. But there's something about ordering over easy eggs or scrambled eggs and getting them 20, 30 minutes later. It's not the same. It's, I don't know. Something's wrong
That's
with
the
me. Right?
morning soggy taco that you don't like.
I still eat the morning soggy taco.
Yeah, you do.
I made breakfast
Why do
tacos
I
this
feel like that
morning.
was so wrong to
Get
say?
some. That's what he
It felt
said.
wrong. Something.
Shh, it's okay.
I don't know.
Touch him. So anyway.
So
the
okay.
5 things.
I
We
agree
always
with
say
that.
food, service,
atmosphere,
Well,
but-
you say service, atmosphere, food. Perfect.
Yeah.
But okay.
Consistency.
Consistency. I said owners being
And
there.
owners.
George said that too.
I think owners
Yeah.
too.
How about
yeah.
for you though?
I said consistency.
But we
Well, what's
said
your-
two
yeah.
others.
Yeah. What's your other one?
Because I agree with you with the
Oh.
consistency. I said for the owners.
I say owners. What do you say?
Now we put her on the spot.
I
Yeah.
know.
We put her
Yeah.
on the spot. She doesn't know. You want to play rock, paper, scissors on the side while she thinks about it?
Hold on. Sip.
No, it's tough because I feel like
That's what she
food
said.
service atmosphere encompasses
It covers a lot.
so much. So maybe I should have stated in the beginning we should have left those out.
So you should have just said, why do they come back to our restaurants?
Why do they keep coming
Because
back?
we're f***ing awesome. How about that?
I think we are pretty cool.
We're pretty cool guys.
But being there is a big thing. And
what she said.
Matt's always there. Matt literally, I know we knock on him, but he is there a lot. Nick
know.
Pavlo's there a lot. You're there a lot, but you're split up between two places.
Yeah, it's
And then
great.
sometimes when you're at the second place, you're not even in the front, you're in the back.
Yeah, I'm everywhere.
So it's hard. It's hard.
That's what
when
she
you
said.
have to when you
It's
take
hard when
on
you do two
so
things at
much.
once. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. But if you only have one place,
It's easy,
which
yeah.
is no problem at all. It's just be there at the place. So
just run your store.
just run your store.
Just run your store.
Just run your store.
I've been trying to think of something different this
That's
whole
She
okay.
has
time.
saying absolutely nothing.
It's a tough one because everything always falls back into food service atmosphere
Yeah.
in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
I
but
think
if
we were just trying to break that down a
What we
little
said,
bit.
consistency, credibility,
Convenience.
ownership.
All the above.
Yeah.
I do love when a place. I do love when a place
I know exactly what you're going to
So
say.
do I. I know exactly
has
what
like
you're going to
a
say.
pop-in Instagram to where you can be like looking at all their specials, because then if I see someone, they're like, "Hey, this week's special is this."
She's
There.
a big fan of be Instagrammable in some way, shape, or form.
I am.
Instagrammable?
I
Is that
am.
even a
I'm the
word?
millennial in this group.
Yes.
I'm the baby.
Instagrammable. Really? That's what you say?
Instagram. It's a word.
We'll save that for another episode because I feel
Yeah,
like
I'm
the
fucking-
social media presence of our industry is a whole other topic
Yeah.
that we should get into.
So we're gonna leave the
Can you write that on that
Write
list?
that down.
Please, guys. Thank you for indulging me in this.
No, thank you,
and
Pete.
for our
Thank
next
you,
topic.
Pete.
Thank you so much, Pete.
Well, you know what? You're welcome.
You're the best. Don't tell
welcome.
Yanni.
Restaurant Punk.
Restaurant
Ow.
Punk.
Catch you next time. Ready?
Wait,
George.
can I see the camera? I like to see myself.
Ready?
You're so vain.
You're so vain that you think this song is about you.
You're
Don't
so
you?
vain,
Don't you?
you're so
vain. Unless
You
you are
probably think this
Can I switch? I don't want to film.
Restaurant
today.
Punk! What you got? What do you want?